What is up, guys, and welcome to another video review, and today we're taking our look at the last figure of the year, the Transformers masterpiece, MP-36 Destron Leader, Megatron.
And here we have the box for the MP-36 Megatron on the review table, and you can see it's just so big that it's just taking up so much space that it's just outskirting in past my review table. But taking a look at the box, you got Transformers masterpiece, you got Megatron in his robot mode and his Walter P-38 mode, you got Destron Leader, MP-36 Decepticon, Megatron long life design right there on the top of the box. You got Megatron holding his sword that came out of nowhere and was kind of on the side of the box. You got Masterpiece on this side of the box. You got Masterpiece on this side of the box. You got the contents of the box, things, words, and stuff that I can't read because I don't speak Japanese. And on the back of the box, you got your obligatory product shots. He does this, that, all the other stuff. You also got the size image, but that's about it for the box. So let's get Megatron out here and see what he's all about. And here we have the accessories to the MP-36 Megatron on the review table. And as you can see, he comes with a lot. Obviously, he comes with the collector's card, but we're not going to take a look at the collector's card because I never do that anyway. So, in addition to the fusion cannon, which is already on the figure and equipped, ready to go, you do get the stock and the silencer. Now, these are just some nice molded detail accessories, kind of. You can put this on Megatron himself and turn it into a gun face. You can see the peg that goes into the onto the barrel right there. Nothing too special about the silencer, but the stock actually is a bit more special than the silencer. So these two pieces, the split down the middle, is actually die-cast metal. So if you just split that open, you actually get an actually working flight stand, and you just got a few ratchets here and there for it, and you just press that button and bring this whole section down, and that will reveal the clip to Megatron's bum. But overall, it's really nice that they included extra function for the stock and the silencer. But in addition to those, you also get the Energon mace, which is just cast in a nice purple translucent plastic. Really like this accessory. Just slides onto one of the hand points, if whichever one you're more comfortable with. You do get the dangling chain, which I personally do not really like. And you also get the actually posable chain. So you got a hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, and a hinge joint. And that just plugs in. You just take this out and then plug in these sections, and now you got a fully posable Energon mace, which is also really nice, really cool, really fun, really great posability with that. You also have the clone control helmet, which is really nicely sculpted, just sculpted in this nice purple plastic, I can only assume, based on how that looks, but it might be gray now that I'm actually paying attention to it. But taking a look at the details on this, you got the dark purple for the top, as well as some gunmetal for the antenna, some yellow up front with some inside gunmetal, some gunmetal on the sides of the helmet, continuation of that purple paint, some more gunmetal, as well as some orange on this side, and some gunmetal for the actual microphone. So that's kind of cool. You get that, which is really specific, but really like it. You also get the key to Vector Sigma, which is actually made out of die-cast metal. Some nice sculpted in detail, just painted in gold paint, which is really nice as well. You also get the lightsaber that came out of nowhere. Some nice sculpted detail. You got some, you can take this out for a second. You got some nice purple, light purple anyway. Inside that deep purple, you got two pegs, so you can put it into either of his hands. And of course, the blade just goes in there. Now you can take out the blade and put it into this gun that also came out of nowhere in the movie. Some nice light purple paint on the barrel, the top of the gun, the back, as well as the trigger, and whatever this is. And you do get two tabs on the handle, and that can just plug in like so. Like he's firing at Optimus Prime, telling him to fall. That was really cringe. I don't really like that. But yeah, you do get those two movie-specific accessories, which I really do like. And then you also get, in addition to the stern face that he comes packaged with, you got the gunmetal on the top, some white on the face, the black for the mouth, and red for the eyes. This is the face he comes packaged in. In addition, you get a laughing face, which I have equipped on the figure, and you'll see more of later. You also get a yelling face, which is just the same kind of paint, with a more wide open mouth, as well as the movie accessories. Now, you do get the chest, which is all dinged up with the Decepticon logo, and this is a faux chest. So the faux chest on the main figure, you can just slide and pop off, and then put this on. This has some nice dent work in it. The Decepticon logo is nice and warped. You do have some translucent pieces in those sections as well that are also cracked, I believe. I don't think they're like that on the main part. We'll see that later. Again, some silver on the back here. I like how down here it's all crinkled, and you can even see it on this side as well. And then you also get the Eternity face. Oh my god, the detail on this is so good. You can see even the eyes are cracked a little bit, and that is lovely. I love that. You can see all the liquid moving out of his mouth and his eyes and all that nice warping detail. It looks so good, but that's about all I have to say for the accessories. So let's get Megatron himself out here and see what he's all about in gun mode. And here we have the MP-36 Megatron in his gun mode. And wow, transforming this guy into the gun mode is not fun. It is not fun at all in the slightest. But you can see right here, you have the Decepticon logo. He is painted in that gray. You do have a spring-loaded trigger right there. You have the fusion cannon up here. Some gunmetal on the handle. You got the black for the handle as well. Some die cast right there. This barrel is also, or trigger is also die cast. This up here is die cast. Very hefty. You also got another Decepticon logo. On this side, you got the safety right there. And you also have the, I don't really know what that's called, but I call it the cock. So you may notice that I don't have the stock or the silencer on him. And that's just because I didn't want to, it's hard to get it in frame already. And having him on with the stock and silencer just makes it so much worse. So let's just get Megatron from looking like this to looking like this. And yeah, I like it. I mean, the transformation process to get to this mode isn't the most, how shall I say, fun, but I really do enjoy how this figure looks and feels, with the exception of one part, and we'll get to it as soon as we're done looking at the details on this guy. So just picking him up just right now really closely, and I'm taking the advice of somebody that commented on my Sunstreaker review, and I had the opinion of disagreement on. You can see on the head, you've got the helmet picked out in the rest of the body color, I guess. I don't really know what else to call it. You got the light gray for the face, the black for the mouth, and the metallic red for the eyes. And I have the laughing face because I like that face the most. You got the Decepticon logo as well as some clear parts on the chest. You got on the ab section some clear or translucent red, yellow, and metallic blue type coloration. On the sides of the torso, you got some red on that side and on this side. Got some red striping on the forearms. And then just some nice mechanical detail all the way around the figure. You got the feet are die-cast metal. Some gunmetal on the tips of those. Taking a look all the way to the back. And this is my main problem. This is die-cast metal. The back, or at least this, does not look good. But I can get past it because I'm never going to show it from this side. But my big problem is these flaps just don't stay put. So if I like shake them around, they will just move around, and I don't really care for that, but hey, to each their own. So taking a look at the articulation now, the head is on a ball joint, can look up that far and down that far. You can also get a bit more, no, that's about it. The arm is on a ratchet joint, so you can just rotate that all the way around with nice clickiness. The arm does go out that far. You do have a bicep swivel. You have an elbow bend, gets you a little bit more than gets you over 90 degrees. You do have a wrist swivel. The fingers are on hinge joints. The main finger is on a hinge joint, and then the rest of them are just on a hinge joint at the base, and then the thumb is also on a hinge joint. So I don't know if any of that got caught on camera, but if it did, great. If it didn't, well, shit. You do have a waist swivel, which is a little bit tight on mine, but I can work around that. He can kick up that far and back that far. He does have an ab crunch, which is kind of nice. He has a thigh swivel, kind of useless, to be honest. A nice bend at the knee. I felt like that was about to break on me for a second. Up and down at the foot, which is on a ratchet, and a nice pivot, as well as a beautiful spread, but that's about it for articulation on this guy. So let's get some other figures next to him and see how he scales up. So straightening out MP-36 Megatron and placing him off to the side. Here we have him next to my previous review, the MP-53 Skids. His unfortunate victim, the MP-27 Ironhide. My bread and butter size comparison, MP-52 plus SW Skywarp. And getting him in about there. Let's get him next to his other cronies, the MP-52 Starscream, the MP-29 Shockwave, and the Robot Paradise Acoustic Wave. Yeah, let's get it a bit more like that. There we go. Overall, I really like this guy, and if you can find one, I would highly recommend getting him. I think that he's a phenomenal figure. One thing I did forget to mention during the robot mode portion, but I just didn't have the time to refilm the entire segment, was the robot mode face. When you remove it, it has the schematic of his face from the 86 movie, so great attention to detail on that Takara. But that's about it for this guy, so I will leave a link to anywhere I can find with this guy available. Probably not many places, most likely, so I wouldn't personally hold your breath on that, but I do think that this guy is worth picking up if you can find one, or even a KO if you can find one of those, but apparently those are really hard to find too. So until next time, guys, I'll see you all next time. Peace.